Have you ever found yourself gazing at the moon, wondering just how long it would take to get there? It's a question that has intrigued humankind for centuries. You might be tempted to think there's a simple answer, a fixed number of days, hours, and minutes. But oh, how the cosmos loves to play with our assumptions. Just as space bends and twists, so too does the answer to this seemingly simple question. Well, the answer might surprise you. It's not as straightforward as you might think. To understand how long it takes to reach the moon, we first need to grasp some basic physics. It's not as simple as hopping in a rocket and pressing go. There are several variables at play, each affecting the time it takes to make this incredible journey. Firstly, there's the speed of the spacecraft. The faster it goes, the less time it takes to reach its destination. But of course, there are limits to how fast we can safely travel without damaging the spacecraft or its precious cargo, us. Next, there's the distance between the Earth and the Moon. This isn't a fixed number. It changes as the Moon orbits around the Earth, ranging from about 225,000 to 252,000 miles. And then, there's the path the spacecraft takes. It doesn't just travel in a straight line. Instead, it follows a curved trajectory known as a Hohmann transfer orbit. This is a highly efficient path that uses the least amount of fuel, taking advantage of the gravitational pull of the Earth and the Moon to propel the spacecraft. Finally, we need to consider the time spent in orbit around the Earth, preparing for the moon-bound leg of the journey, and the time spent in lunar orbit before landing. So, with all these variables in play, the time it takes to reach the moon can vary quite a bit. The first successful manned mission to the moon, Apollo 11, took about 76 hours to travel the 238,855 miles to the moon. This historic feat was a significant milestone in space exploration, marking the first time humans set foot on an extraterrestrial body. The crew, consisting of Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, lifted off from Earth on July 16, 1969. Moving at a speed of roughly 39,242 kilometers per hour, they embarked on what would become a momentous journey in the annals of space travel. Their voyage was not just a triumph of human ingenuity and courage, but also a testament to the power of scientific discovery and technological innovation. These pioneers paved the way for future explorations, inspiring generations to reach for the stars. So if we use Apollo 11 as a benchmark, you could say it takes about 3 days to reach the moon. But what about today? With advancements in technology, have we managed to shorten the journey? In the early days of space exploration, it took around 3 days for a spacecraft to travel the approximately 240,000 miles to the moon. But today that's not necessarily the case. With the advent of modern technology and propulsion systems, the journey can be considerably shorter. Consider the Artemis program, NASA's current lunar exploration plan. Thanks to the powerful Space Launch System, the most powerful rocket NASA has ever built, Artemis missions are expected to make the journey in just under 3 days. That's roughly the same amount of time it took Apollo missions half a century ago. But what about the future? Well, as technology continues to advance, we may be able to cut down the travel time even further. Perhaps one day we'll be able to reach our celestial neighbor in a matter of hours, not days. So, the next time you gaze up at the moon, you'll have a new appreciation for just how far it is and how long it takes to get there.